Hello again, everybody. Harry Boxer, the technical trader, at techtrader.com. It's Thursday, the 8th of October. These are the charts of the day. We got a lot to cover today. We have lots of stocks running, and I want to go over some things. We'll have to wait on the swings for this weekend. There's too much to cover. There may be some included in today's webinar, though. APHA in the marijuana sector exploded. Now, 4 days in a row, the stock gone from 420 to 580. And you can see that there's resistance up in that zone there. So we may have a problem there. But if we do get through, we're looking at 7.5 3/4 as your next target. AQB Aqua Bounty broke out of a wedge today with an increasing volume of 1.6 million. And it looks pretty darn good. This is a stock that if it gets up above 535, your target's going to be 7 or better. ATEC exploded in a breakaway gap on 11.5 million shares and is now at the highest level on this stock since 2016, 4 years. I mean, looking at that resistance there, and that would be your next target zone. We're right at it there. Any further upside, we're probably going to make a run at somewhere around 16, 17 zone. 13 is your initial target, and then I'm looking up higher than that, around 17. BHC with a nice explosive move today, broke out of through a couple resistance levels there and there, and above the 50. With volume of 11.7 million, I'm now looking for a test of the 20 zone, followed by 22.5. Those are your near-term resistance and targets. CGC, another marijuana stock, exploded today, or 269 or 17% on 15 million nearly. It looks like it wants to blow. Next target, and there is resistance there, 19.5. We get to that, we're looking at 21. CNR broke through a double, triple top, quadruple area. This is a very, very high resistance zone, but it looks like it wants to do some more. My next target on this one's going to be 11 3/4, roughly. At the top of the channel, maybe 12. Cody Pop, it's now up 7 days in a row, announcing a deal with Kylie Jenner. There is some resistance on this one at 390. Watch for that tomorrow morning. We break through it. We're looking at 4.5, and then maybe 5. Cardiff, explosive move again. Another 381 or 28% on 3.5 million. It's now at the top of the channel, but the gut feeling is here with the angle of a set. This thing may be 25, even low 30s in the next few weeks. Denali broke out to new highs. It's the highest level ever achieved. And now my running target says 42.3 zone, maybe 43 near term, and then we'll see. ENDP up now 8 days in a row and 9 out of 10. Stock's been really moving nicely since the middle of September when it traded under 2 3/4. The high today is 496. And my target is resistance at 7. So if we get through the 5.5 area, which is my near-term resistance, let's make it closer to 5 3/4. That's my near-term target, followed by 7. EXTR popped out of a coil and jumped 73 cents or 18%. I'm looking now for a test of the 5.5, 545 zone where there's a couple double resistance prior. Beyond that, target is 6 3/4, 7. GME exploded late in the day to deal with Microsoft. It went vertical from 9 to almost 15, trading 86 million shares and quickly moving to the top of the channel. If you're looking at the long-term resistance, there's a real problem just ahead here at 17. That might be my target for tomorrow. IBM exploded out of a wedge that's been months in development on a strong report. Stock got all the way up to resistance near 142, but backed off 11 points. It was still up 7 on the day, or 6%, on massive volume of 28.7 million. So we'll look to see if it holds support right near the breakout point, just below where we are, and moves back up. My target's 142 and 159. Jemiah, with a big pop, a huge volume of 36 million shares, exploded for 25%. Some resistance right here at 11 1/4. If we get through that, I'd be looking for 14.5. NCR swing is on its way, up another $1.46 or 6.3%. OBV is moving. Stock looks like it's headed for the next target. Our swing trade, 26, 29.5, 30. OCUL exploded yesterday in a breakaway gap. Today had a nice follow through after pulling back in the morning and retesting. Support, it took off. Near-term target, 13.5. OESX broke out of a wedge yesterday slightly, and today really followed through, getting all the way up to 930 before backing off to 875, up 77 cents, or nearly 10%. My target now, 11.5, 12. OMI swing is beautiful and still running. There's a breakaway gap, rising channel. I see no stopping in this one until I get to at least 29.30. On semiconductor with a breakout of a multi-month consolidation after the spike and run off to March low. now breaking through key resistance and testing the early 2018 high almost 3 years ago, 2640, and it's right there. So we get to this level, we can see 30, 32. PACB's been running like crazy. Literally in the last couple months, it's gone from 3.25 to 13, quadrupling almost to tripling anyway. And you can see that the stock on big volume has reached a key resistance level near the 2015 highs. We get through that, we're looking at 17. Perion popped yesterday, a little bit of a fall through today, getting up over 8, finishing 779 up 15 cents. But I'm still looking for this one to make 8.75, 9.5. SBE with a pop from a falling wedge or channel, holding the 21-day moving average and the trend line. Your target now is 16 and 18. Seed popped out of a wedge today and backed off. After hours, we're trading a little higher, but for me, this one looks like it's headed for a test first of 12.25 and then 14. We get to 14, you're looking at 17. Sientra, long, multi-month falling wedge or coil, broken out today. Popping 24 cents or 6%, may need to see some additional upside. Initial target would be somewhere between 4.75 and 5.25. Tilray, another marijuana stock, exploded through the declining top line, lateral price resistance, and 50-day moving average to finish up $1.40 or 26.75%. Some resistance just about 7, and we get through that, I'd be looking for 8.5. U.S. concrete and infrastructure playing a swing since way back here has done very well for us and coming from under 10 to mid-30s. At this point, I'm looking for 40-42 zone on a breakaway today. And finally, VERI popped above resistance as well after coming through the declining tops line. Now my target looks like 13.5, and then following through that, if we do get through that, 19 is your next target. That's a quick look at some of the top stocks and the charts of the day. This is HB signing off. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.